The ADHD medicine Adderall is popular amongst college populations, now becoming the new study drug. It is being used illegally, and the abuse is continuing to rise as students don't know the punishments or effects that come with the pill. Students have learned they can easily look up ADHD symptoms on Google and then fake them at the doctor's office to get their own prescriptions. In an NBC story, Stephen Perez, a student, told reporters just the same. As one person learns to fake the prescriptions, he passes his knowledge on to others to help them get their own. Once one person knows it, everybody knows it. Communications professor Alan D. DeSantis, who was featured on 60 Minutes about Adderall, where he says UK has one of the highest prescription rates. This leaves students more prone to trying Adderall. Most kids don't consider Adderall as a drug, unlike cocaine or meth. Robert L. Hill from the Federal Drug Enforcement Administration states Adderall is treated as the same class as cocaine, as Oxycontin, and as roxicodone. You can be arrested and charged with a felony just for giving it to somebody. Many illegal users don't know the extensive punishments for misuse and how easily they can end up in jail with Adderall. It may allow you to study and focus for long hours, but many users don't realize the negative effects that slowly creep up. According to Dr. Sepala, who works at an addiction center, effects include you can increase intolerance and then you crash, leaving risks such as being really depressed, no energy, sleeping all the time, and the depression could be serious enough that people become suicidal. Only these are a few from the lengthy list that shows through extensive use, Adderall has the negative effects, and they can easily outweigh the positive ones in terms of your body's health. CBS News article about ADHD medication shortages of the active ingredients in Adderall shows that the medication is running scarce and could eventually disappear. Also in this article, they discuss how problems are arising between both the producers and distributors. Both groups who make and sell Adderall blame each other for the problems with the shortages. This clearly shows more organization is needed within the process of ADHD medication. As shortages of active ingredients used in making Adderall continue to increase, so does the price of the pill. This eliminates the generic forms many families and patients depend on and forces them to pay more for the actual medication they need for the actual ADHD disorder.
As far as a solution to the problem of Adderall abuse goes, there are multiple ways to go about it. The situation can be looked at in a few different ways. It can have a broad-scale solution, a local solution, or a personal solution. A broad-scale solution means that something has to be done across the country in order to get rid of the problem. A local solution means that specifically the University of Kentucky must take action, and a personal solution must come personally from anyone who wants to fix the problem. Something has to be done on each of these three levels if we really want to get rid of the problem of Adderall abuse. On the national scale, something that might help decrease the number of people who are abusing this drug would be stricter laws and regulations for both the doctors who are prescribing it and for the people who are taking it illegally. If stricter laws and regulations were in place, doctors wouldn't carelessly prescribe Adderall to patients who don't truly need it. There are other stimulants like Adderall out there that aren't as dangerous. Doctors could prescribe these to patients as an alternative who haven't been diagnosed with ADHD. Although this wouldn't stop the problem completely, it would stop the people who shouldn't be taking Adderall from doing so. On a local scale, here at the University of Kentucky, along with many other college campuses around the country, the use of Adderall as a study drug is not too uncommon. Students who are abusing this drug are either getting it from doctors with a legitimate prescription, or they're buying it from peers who have prescriptions. There are websites all over the internet that inform people on how to get Adderall from a doctor by faking symptoms. Because of these reasons, a big part of the solution to this problem on a local level would involve stopping students without ADHD from getting prescriptions. Something that would certainly decrease the number of students who are getting this medicine by faking their symptoms would be if the university health services required parent-guardian approval before prescribing the drug. If a student has ADHD, parents and guardians will most likely give their approval for the student to take Adderall. If a student fakes their symptoms, parents will most likely know and not give their consent. If this happened, it would presumably cause a noticeable decrease in the amount of students who abuse the drug here on campus. Unfortunately, not much can be done on a personal level to help solve this problem. The best thing that can be done is to help spread the word as to why Adderall should not be abused. As mentioned before, there are a lot of side effects that come with the drug, and if it's abused continually, it can damage your body and you can even become addicted to it. In addition to spreading the word, something else that can be done is reporting the problem if you witness it. Taking Adderall without a prescription and giving it or selling it to someone who doesn't have a prescription is against the law, so if you see this happen, you should inform local authorities or someone who will take appropriate action. If these simple things happen over enough time, eventually the amount of students abusing Adderall will decrease. With the significant increase in Adderall abuse in the past couple decades, it is apparent that something has to change. Although it is possible to benefit from this study drug at first, between the harsh punishments and the side effects, no one will benefit from it in the long run. It doesn't matter whether the problem is attacked on a national, local, or personal level. All that matters is that it is attacked. When this happens, things will change for the better.